us children. Children endowed with a special gift. They can fly. They're on public display but carry a private burden. For in these petite national treasures we entrust a country's aspirations of Olympic glory. They relinquish their childhood to pursue rare perfection, exhibiting veteran toughness. But these fragile youngsters are always in a race against their own bodies. These bodies, trained for elegance and grace, are now under scrutiny. It's almost as if there's a hidden side to these powerful athletes.
To do our sport, it's very specific. If you want these, if you want to go up in the air, flip 2 times and land, you better be small. You better be very strong for your size, very quick. And so the sport itself determines the body type.
This is a sport of young girls, but what you can't see is their drive, focus, and sense of themselves.
People have a difficult time seeing their intensity because they are children. And just because they're young doesn't mean they can't be focused and they can't be goal-oriented and know what they want.
We have to understand that these children are just gifts that were given to us. We have these children for a short time of their lives, but the time that we do have them is so incredibly impressionable. We have such a serious responsibility to help these children through this time in their life. It is not the only time of their life.
But don't tell that to 13-year-old Jenny Thompson. She's trained half her life for this moment, a chance to compete against the best. Time is running out for 17-year-old Dominique Dawes. Could this be her final chance to win the U.S. all-around crown? At age 17, Shannon Miller is world champion, but can she continue to dominate a sport where younger, smaller teams prevail? The nighttime skyline of Tennessee's capital city, Nashville. Tom Hammond, Tim Daggett, and Marianne Grabavoy in Music City, where all roads lead to Municipal Auditorium. Seen tonight at the U.S. Gymnastics Championships as we determine the senior women's all-around title. Shannon Miller, the most decorated gymnast in U.S. history, but only once national champion. That was last year. Dominique Dawes, always in the shadow of Shannon Miller and looking for her first victory over her old rival. And a new face, 13-year-old Jenny Thompson, last year's junior national champion, competing in her first senior nationals. Tonight we'll see the gymnasts competing in 4 events: the vault, uneven bars, balance beam, and floor exercise, with the top score determining the all-around champion. The compulsories count 60% of the score. They have already been held, with Shannon Miller holding a slight lead over Dominique Dawes.
Shannon Miller getting ready for her first performance this evening on the uneven bars. That lead she enjoys over Dominique, certainly not a huge one. The athlete with the least amount of mistakes between Shannon and Dom will probably be your winner here tonight. First release combination comes up right here, 2 in a row. Watch this. Perfectly on. One thing Shannon does so well, the knees and the toes are so extended, so tight. Here comes her dismount. It's a big one, and she has had problems in the past. She flips laid out. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. She really had to pull that one around.
How'd it go? Good job.
A little bit raggedy on the dismount. A little bit of bent knees. And, of course, that little shuffle on the landing. A lot of littles in that.
Well, a little rough at the end, perhaps, but a good start for Shannon Miller overall.
Tom, this is the best part of the routine. 2 releases in a row. She basically pioneered this. The full spin, right into a backflip with a half twist. Done with perfect form. Shannon Miller trademark. Now let's look at this dismount. It's a double laid out somersault. That means her body should be totally stretched in the air, but you see a little bit of legs right there, a little bit of pike, and watch her fight for this landing, tries to take a step and maybe fool the judges there. I don't know if they're so fooled. And 9.75 for Shannon's first event. A good score, but certainly opens the door for Dominique a little bit.
Now Amy Chow on floor exercise, 16-year-old from San Jose. She's an accomplished classical pianist, and her piano teacher helped select the music for this floor exercise.
And she is definitely a comer. She is one of the most dynamic athletes in the U.S. right now. Every routine she does, not just on the floor exercise, jam-packed with difficulty.
Chow, so quiet and shy that you have to lean close to hear when she utters a rare word, but expressive on the floor.
She sure is, Tom, and watch this tumbling here. Tremendously dynamic. This is at the end of the routine. She's exhausted. She'll do 3 complete twists right there. 1, 2, 3. Just a little bit of leg separation, but she is a daredevil.
Both parents born in China. She was born in San Jose and a 9.525 on her floor exercise. Dominique Dawes preparing for her first event, the vault. She was national vault champion last year. She had the chance to gain on the leader, Shannon Miller.
The U.S. Gymnastics Championships are brought to you by Coca-Cola Classic. Always the real thing. Always Coca-Cola.
Back to Nashville in the U.S. Gymnastics Championships, where Dominique Dawes is set for her first vault.
We've seen Dominique have problems on this vault in really big, stressful competitions, World Championships. The past 2, she struggled. 1.5 twisting, laid out your tinkle. Oh. Absolutely, positively, no problems there, though.
Beautiful. Very good. Same thing. Strong stand, strong push, wait, then go again. Good job.
Here Coach Kelly Hill applauding that effort.
We can take a better look here. Watch, she'll leave the horse and do 1.5 twists. What's so hard about this is it's a totally blind landing. She never sees the ground until her feet are on it.
Competitors get 2 vaults. They take the best score.
Great score. Great start for Dominique. Maybe just a little more power off the horse. Well, you know, Tom, not as good a vault as her first one, but this is a big accomplishment for Dominique. As I said before, she struggled on this event in the past when she really needed to perform at the last 2 World Championships. Had a problem. No problem on these vaults, though.
9.825, so